All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining me for today's webinar. We are going to go ahead and get started. I will give a quick initial disclaimer that this is being recorded. So if anybody does need to hop off, we will be providing a copy of this webinar. Will be uploaded to our YouTube channel, most likely tomorrow or Monday. So you will be able to catch a recording of this and share it with your teams. With that being said, I'm Franklin Stouffer. I am the head of sales here at Delta Media Group, and we've got a lot of exciting updates to share with you guys today. So, this webinar was open for Delta customers as well as prospects that are maybe interested in what we do here at Delta Media Group. So, for those that don't know, Delta Media Group is an all-in-one technology provider for real estate brokerages. We are family owned and operated, and we focus heavily on websites, offering turnkey custom designs, full-blown custom website development. All of our sites are optimized with our patented SEO content building software, and there's a ton of customization options that are available for the agents who use our platform as well, which is going to be a key focus of what we talk about today. What we do really falls under these three categories. We offer technology services with websites, CRM, ongoing marketing strategies like on-site SEO optimization, hyperlocal content creation, automated listing advertising, and more. And of course, the support services are just as important, offering in-house technical support that's available via phone call, email, and live chat, and an SLA that we will try to handle any bugs that are reported to us within the same day the bug is reported. And what we do really is encapsulated on this slide as an all-in-one provider. We offer many different tools and services like websites, training and education, automated listing advertising, flyers, e-cards, and dozens of other features. But today is all about websites. And so what we're going to be talking about and covering in today's webinar is our 2026 catalog of websites and some tools that you guys may not be aware exist that I'll be sharing with everybody today and will be included in the follow-up email that runs at the end of this webinar. That's going to be a tool that allows you to browse our brokerage website designs as well as all of the agent and team sites that we have in our catalog, so you can easily sort through our library of over 50 different options. Additionally, we're going to be covering more than 20 new agent and team designs that have been added to the theme gallery in the last 16 months. 8 of those designs were added in the last 30 days. And so we're going to be talking about those designs, unique functionality of those designs, how you can make modifications and edits to them. We'll be talking about some new functionality that is also coming soon to the website platform, some new lead generation options that are going to be available for both our brokerage websites as well as our team and agent websites. We've got some new functionality that our CEO, Mike Minard, wanted me to get some feedback on that we'll be talking about on this call as well. And then, of course, we've got some extra steps that we'll be talking about at the end with some different promotions that we're running. Before I dig into the meat of our webinar today, I did want to give a quick call out. Our CEO, Michael Minard, was interviewed by Kevin Hawkins with RE Technology last month. I will also include a link to that interview. I think it's really valuable. It gives you a good idea on Mike and the company's history, background, as well as where his head is at as it relates to AI and the direction things are going. And Kevin's a great guy as well. I highly recommend checking out that interview. All right. That being said, we're going to talk about agent and team websites and the 20 new themes that are available inside of the theme gallery today. Everything that I'm going to be showing you as it relates to the websites are going to predominantly be things that you guys can leave this webinar and get hands-on with, unless you are a brokerage that has decided to opt out of our theme gallery and only offers your exclusive designs. In that case, you may need to reach out to our support team if you're curious or want us to add these additional site themes into your version of the themes gallery. This tab is going to basically show you all of the designs that we have in the platform, and I will be going through most of these designs on today's call. The newest designs have been added in the last 30 days are New Era, Fresh Frontier, Bold Outlook, Summit, Modern Ascent, Horizon, Next Horizon, and Cypress. There's also 12 other designs that we started adding into the system around April of last year, April, May. And so normally we were on a cadence of adding a handful of designs every quarter into our theme gallery. That work has really accelerated with us focusing more and more on getting high quality designs into our theme gallery for our agents and teams. So not only are you going to see a bunch of new designs on the call today, but I also am going to be giving you guys a preview of updated and new website themes that you'll be seeing added to the system in the coming 30, 60, 90 days, because we're on a really healthy cadence of adding these new designs. We really want to use this webinar as kind of a springboard to say we highly recommend you check out the theme gallery at least once a month and check and see if there's new designs that we've been adding into the system, because you will see a healthy flow of new designs coming in. Additionally, we took the time to go into the theme gallery widget last month, and we also cleaned up some of the older designs that have been in our theme gallery since 2016. And so we've archived a handful of those older themes so that we can keep the widget cleaned up with only nice new modern designs. So as of today, you'll see 44 themes available within the theme gallery, with more coming, as I said, in the coming months. And these themes are all designed to be both individual agent and team designs. And I'm going to highlight in the theme gallery widget how you can see those. Of course, every one of the designs that we're going to be talking about is going to have the same level of functionality as all of the websites on our platform, where you're going to have quick search bars. You're going to have the ability to do home valuations on the agent websites. Many of these new designs are going to have support for transparent photography. You also, of course, can modify and swap out your logo. You're going to have support for building additional custom pages. So all of the functionality of these sites has been maintained, but we've just modernized and added a lot of new designs into our library. Many of them are highlighting the agents above the fold. We kind of have a philosophy of, is this theme more agent oriented or is it more listing oriented? And so you'll see a healthy variety of designs where some of them don't prominently feature the agent's photos, because we know some agents don't particularly want that. Other designs are going to heavily feature the agent's photos above the fold, as you're seeing as I go through some of these different themes that are going to be in the system today. All of them are going to have support for modifying your theme colors. And we're going to be talking about some of the agents that have already gotten into our theme gallery and started making some really beautiful looking websites. We're going to be highlighting and featuring some of those. So some of you on this call may be seeing websites from your agents and not even realized that your agents had gone in and customized some of these different designs. As I said, there is a really large library, and only two of the new 20 themes are not supporting teams. So almost all of these designs will be dynamic based on if you are applying it as an individual agent or if you are applying it as a team. There'll be additional modules and sections of the design that'll expand for team roster. The verbiage can automatically change instead of being just individual agent oriented to being team or we verbiage on the site itself. So there's a lot of cool things that these themes can do dynamically. And we're going to take some time to go through the modular theme editor to explain how you can better personalize these designs. Additionally, I've got some previews here of some of the themes that are coming soon. So these eight pictures you're seeing are going to be some of the new themes that will be added in the coming months. And we have some dedicated commercial agent designs as part of that coming soon library. So I know many of our enterprise brokerages have agents that are kind of resi-mercial, where they do residential and commercial, or you may have a dedicated commercial division. We've got updated themes that are more commercial oriented that are going to be added into this list as well. And of course, many that are going to lean more into the luxury upper end type of website design is another key focus with these coming soon themes. So a lot of really good stuff that we're excited about. So with that being said, I'm going to jump into the live walkthrough, and we're going to get into how you can actually preview and see all of our different website designs. So I will be sharing a link. This will be in the follow-up email. This is our modular theme gallery. So inside of website themes at deltamediagroup.com/website /themes, you're going to see all of the brokerage designs. And if you click into any of these designs, we have updated our dmgdemosite.com. So dmgdemosite.com. You'll notice in the bottom left-hand corner a little themes toggle. So if I click change theme, this is going to allow me to pull up a little library that's got all these different cards showcasing the different designs that we offer for our brokerages. So you can preview all of these designs, scroll down the page, you'll see the entire website theme load in. All of our designs have built-in animations. Many of them are featuring video directly on the websites. And so if you're a brokerage that hasn't done a website redesign in a while, I would encourage you to go through the theme gallery, which has some different tabs. These are our 2026 designs. We've got our legacy collection of popular designs from the last couple of years. We've got some dedicated agent, team, commercial, and franchise level designs as well. So there's a variety of options that you can pick from just to preview those designs. But today is all about agent and team designs. So on dmgdemosite.com, if you click on the Agents tab, I recommend using Carly Agent, but any of these agents will do. These are a roster of basically preset agent accounts that have a bunch of information loaded into them that if you click on any of the agents on DMG demo site, it's going to take you to a new version of our theme swapper where now, if I go to the bottom left-hand corner, this is going to show me a library of all of the themes that are active in that site design widget today. So you've got 44 different designs that you can preview. If I come in here and I click, for example, the Fresh Frontier design, it's now going to update the theme for this carlyagent.dmgdemosite.com and apply that Fresh Frontier theme so I can preview what would this theme actually look like if one of my agents selected it. As I scroll down, you'll see featured properties. This is what it would look like for an agent with a bio, some call to actions, testimonials, buying call to actions, and a contact form. So I can scroll and preview the entirety of this website. And then again, if I wanted to toggle to a different design, maybe I want to check out the new era theme, I can click on that and it's going to update again this web page, applying that theme I've selected. What's nice about this and what our philosophy was as we started designing the 8 newest themes that you see in the system is that each of our new brokerage website themes has a corresponding agent design that matches that theme. So if I'm a brokerage on the New Era design, I can apply the agent New Era theme on all of my agent websites. That way, the company site and the agent sites have uniformity and they feel like they flow better together. Up until today, most of our themes were disconnected where the company site would look completely different from your agent sites. Our new library of website designs are intended to keep consistency between the brokerage websites and the agent and team websites. So again, any of our new broker themes, you will have a corresponding agent design that goes along with it. But there's a ton of other new themes that are available in here as well. And I'm going to take some time as I preview the site design modular theme editor to really call out a handful of intricate things that some of these themes have that would require being set up to really be functional. So again, we're talking about 20 new designs today. All of the 8 newest designs on this top row will automatically apply your company colors to that design. It's also going to be turnkey, or there's no setup needed for any of the 8 newest designs that match our brokerage themes. Some of the other designs we've added, like Shores, Garnet, Onyx, Crest, Sterling Ivory, these are going to have a little bit of setup if you're going to use this as your agent theme because they have sections that are really intended for you to fill in information or copy on them. So, for example, on this particular design, there's a section here for exploring neighborhoods. So the site theme itself looks very clean, but you as an agent are going to have to add your neighborhoods to this widget, or you would end up with a section that just says explore my neighborhoods with no copy. That's not relevant to your market. So you'd really want to make sure you have market landing pages set up that would then be linked, and I'll show you how you would do that. Additionally, you'll see on some of the other themes sections for stats. So for example, if I check out the core theme, I believe, there's going to be elements of that design which are going to require me to have a little bit of setup work done in the theme editor. So I would apply this as my theme, and then I would immediately go into the theme editor to make the tweaks and changes that I want. So for example, as I scroll down here, you'll see again, there's a section on this design for neighborhoods, and there's 4 blocks here, and the system will dynamically expand this section based off of your number of neighborhoods you want to highlight, but there's a little bit of setup work done to make sure that these look clean. Same thing here, like these call to action boxes. These are going to be what's there by default, but you're able to make changes to that. So the theme editor is going to be important for some of those other designs, and I've got them segmented for a reason in the slide deck to kind of call that out, that the 8 newest designs are turnkey. If you want something easy, you don't want to have your agents do the setup work on that, use those designs. If you want a site that can look really, really nice, but is going to require a little bit of setup, then I've got a category for those. And I'll also be including links to agents that have already gone through and set up some of these sites. In fact, I'm going to take a second here to share 2 different examples of agents that are using our new bold Outlook theme. So give me just a moment. Here is a turnkey out of the box example. What we've got here on Millie's website, she selected the bold Outlook design. It automatically pulled through the Coldwell Banker Blues. It's got that highlighted. It's really, really clean. She's got a bio. She's got listings. But we've got another agent that's taken some time with Love and Rinky that has uploaded their own team logo. They've got a different photography in the background. They've swapped out some of the colors, and they've gone through and they've already personalized this design to make it feel a little bit more unique for their brand. So there's a lot that you can do with those different customization options, and I'm going to include a bunch of different websites to check out to give you an idea on really how customizable these are. To access the website themes, these are available for any basic and upgraded agents on our platform have access to the theme gallery. So to access it, you'll want to go to your site design widget, and you'll notice we've added all sorts of new designs here. And there's tags on these designs, which will show you, is this a single agent or a team theme? And if it has both, that means it's compatible with either being an agent or a team. And our website themes are dynamic and intelligent so that they will expand and add sections based on what copy we detect for that agent or team. So for example, many of the designs won't show the testimonial section if the agent has no testimonials entered. That section is just hidden automatically. Or if the agent doesn't have sold listings entered, the sold listing section may not display because we know that they don't have sold listings and we don't want that blank copy to appear. So most of our designs that you're going to see in here are going to be dynamic, and they'll get larger depending on if the agent has a bio, if they've got testimonials, if they've got active listings or not. Sections will hide or be expanded depending on what the agent has going on in their business. Once I select a theme, for example, I could see here, this agent currently has the legacy theme selected. So if I click on that, this is going to be the legacy design. And you can see we've got sections here, community names that are blank. We've got some call to actions. There's a blog. So what I would want to do if I was using this design is I'm going to select it, preview, and then hit set live on that design, and then come into the theme gallery editor. So this is also dynamic, though what this button does, the little paintbrush icon, that will give you the ability to edit whatever theme you have selected. So if I'm on a theme that's got different sections to it, when I click the theme editor, it's going to have updated options for me based off of the theme I've selected. So here I'm using that legacy theme, and I'm seeing all the options that are available. So I could change the colors of this design. I can actually reorder the below the fold elements of this design. So it's featured about communities, box links, testimonials, blog. If I wanted to move the blog up and be the first thing, I would simply type blog here with a comma, and I can now move where that's going to be on the design. So it's going to show you, hey, these are the sections of the site you can have, and you can set the order. You can also set if you want them to show or not. So if, for example, I don't have any communities, I want to take the time to build that on my site theme right now, I can say, hey, hide that, set that section to false. That section is no longer going to show on my website because I've set it to false. If I don't have any testimonials, I don't want to deal with that, I can hit false on that. It's going to hide the testimonials. Same thing for if I don't want to blog, I can hide that section of the site. So on almost every single one of the new themes that you're going to see in the theme gallery, you're going to see the first option being custom theme settings. And this is where you can set the order of the content on the site, as well as which content you want to have displayed on your homepage. You can change the number of listings you want featured. If I click on this communities box, this is going to be what drives the community section of that web page. So I would upload an image of whatever community or market I want to highlight. And then you would name that community. And then if you wanted it to go to a specific market landing page you've built, you could link to it here. If you wanted it to go just straight to search results, you would do a search on your website, take that URL and copy that here. So this is where you're building out the links of how those boxes are going to work on your homepage. These box links are those 4 call to actions that you see in this example here. We are commonly calling these kind of call to actions on the homepage. Many of the themes have a box link section. That's what these are. So if I wanted to change, make those images, I can. I could change what the text says. I could change the URL and the targets of that as well. So that's where I'm controlling the box links, and all sorts of other options are here. Of course, you're able to change the background graphics of these designs. You can upload your own photos. You can upload your own videos. You can make it using our stock photography. We have a lot of options that are available here. Or you can, of course, like I mentioned, upload your own. You'll also be able to see these are company approved logos that will display here. So some of the themes have transparent backgrounds. Some of the themes have a white navigation block. So you're going to want to make sure that whatever logo you have on your website is going to match your theme. So you can adjust your header logo and your footer logo. And these are going to automatically use what our design team at Delta, the logos we have on file for your company, for your website and your marketing. Those are the logos that are going to be displayed here to your agents. So it's not like they can, break brand compliance or do something crazy with your logos. It's only going to be the approved logos that are already in our design asset catalog for you. To kind of illustrate how these things work differently, I'm going to grab a different theme here. We're going to grab a new era, and I'm going to go ahead and set that theme live. And now that I've swapped over to the new era theme, the theme gallery widget is going to have a completely different set of options. So here I could see theme colors. Here's our homepage section. I could choose if I want to hide or not hide the agent's photo, the hero image. I can set the section order on this particular theme. It's all drag and drop, so I can change the ordering of the navigation of the site as I scroll below the fold. Here we've got our logos. We can change how the search works. There's an about section on this design. I could change again my box links. If I want to have the AVM section, how do I want to call that out with the bullets that are on the call to action for AVM? So each of the themes is going to have similar but different settings that you can tweak and toggle on each of those designs. Before I move on to the next topic and we start getting into some of the new functionality that we've added to the theme section, I did want to take another moment here just to illustrate a couple of other nice designs and really how different you can make these feel based off of the customization options you're doing. So here's an example. This was our default core design, and this agent has uploaded some communities. They've got their box links. They've got testimonials. She has an active blog. And then here's another example of that same theme, but an agent has gone through at Watson Realty Corp. And they've uploaded a background graphic. They've got the leading RE, I'm local, I'm global tagline at the top of the page. She's got listings being stacked here. There's some information about Catherine. And then down here, she's got different communities already built out, highlighting on her homepage. The box links, multiple testimonials. Here's her blog. You could scroll through that. And a nice transparent photo here by the contact form. So these designs can really, really look and feel completely different if you take a little bit of time to get into the site design editor, upload your own visuals, graphics, and build out copy. It's also worth noting that I've just gone through the theme galleries. You can control the navigation of all of these sites by going to the Pages widget. So if you're not too familiar with the way that we build and manage websites at Delta, once you have changed and selected your website theme and you're modifying the home page with that theme editor, you would want to go to the Pages widget, which is going to show you all the navigation that's at the top of your site or that's in the footer of your site with the top links and the bottom links. And then I can see on the right-hand side all the pages that exist. And if I want to add additional pages of content, I can come in and I can say, hey, I want to build a custom page, or I want to add a predefined page or a market landing page. So you can add these additional pages. As you build the pages, they're going to appear on the right-hand side. And then if you wanted to add those to your website, you're just going to drag and drop and add it into the left-hand navigation, however you'd like. And if you want to remove it from the left-hand side, you click the X button to eliminate it from your navigation. So you've got page building. There's a ton of options in the custom page builder. We've got training guides on that in DeltaNet Academy and on our YouTube channel. Today, what I want to talk about next is some new functionality that we are adding into the DeltaNet. And so that's going to bring me to our custom lead capture forms. I'm going to switch my share here. And these custom lead capture forms are a new feature that's going to be added in either the next release cycle update or the following one. So in the next 30 days, we're going to have our custom lead capture forms available in the DeltaNet. And essentially what these are a new feature for both the brokerage websites as well as the agent and team websites. So this is a new feature that's going to increase the ability for you guys to engage with your customers on unique pages that they're viewing on your website. So at launch, we're going to have 4 custom form types that you're going to be able to set up using our new site Modals widget. And what this does is it basically says, I want to create a new pop-up that's going to appear when a user is on a certain page of my website. And we have safe search pop-ups. So that'll be a unique pop-up form that they can register for a safe search email. So that's the My Home Finder alerts. We have a Market Watch pop-up. Somebody might be looking at a market landing page, and after 30 seconds on that page or 10 seconds on that page, we have a pop-up that asks if they'd like to register to get a reoccurring Market Watch for that particular market. We've got general question pop-up modals. You might have a web page that is about careers, and you might want to build a question form. Like, do you have a question about becoming a realtor? And so you can collect information with that pop-up modal. And we also support custom modals that'll allow you to build your own. So I'm going to get into a live walkthrough of the DeltaNet and give you an idea on how these pop-up modals work. And to do that, we're going to pop over here into our demo environment. So if you are an admin and you're looking at this widget, once we make it available to you, you're going to see a banner that says you are viewing the company site modals. If you happen to be an admin who is also a realtor, you can toggle over into your agent side. And give me just a moment. I timed out. Let's get back to where we need to be. If I am an agent and I toggle over into my agent role, you're going to see that banner go away. And now I'm only seeing the modals that are set up for my website. So if I go back into that admin role, you're going to notice there's some extra data being displayed here. So I can see, is this a modal that is only on the company site? And you can also take any modal that you've created and you can make it available for your agents to use as well. So I could say, hey, this is one that should only be for the company, or this is a modal that we want to apply for the agent websites as well. So if I say, for example, we had a modal that was built for the 4th of July. So if somebody visited our website on the 4th of July, we built a custom modal that's going to be a pop-up that says Happy 4th of July, and they could just X that out. We weren't looking to create any additional information. We weren't looking to capture a lead. We just wanted to have a pop-up with something topical that was happening on our website. Um, so that's an example of a custom modal. So if I say, hey, it's custom, I can upload using the what you see is what you get editor. I can build a modal in that upload an image. I can embed a video. You can put whatever content you want. As all of our WYSIWYGs do, we support HTML code. So if you wanted to do something crazy with your pop-up modal, you're able to do whatever custom thing you want. Then I could say, what do I want this to do? If it's on the company site, I could say what page of the company site should trigger this pop-up. By default, we've got, hey, somebody visited the homepage, somebody's looking at search results, somebody's doing a map search, somebody's looking at a detail page, any page of the website, or a custom URL. So if I say custom URL, I could say I only want this modal to pop up if somebody goes to a specific page target on my website. And then I can set the frequency. So do I want that to pop up every single time they visit the website? Do I want it to pop up just once per day? Do I want it to be a weekly pop up? And then how long on the page should it take before that pop up happens? So you can do it immediately on page load. By default, it's going to wait 3 seconds. So somebody has to be on that web page for a couple of seconds before the pop happens. And you can delay all the way out to 30 seconds before you get the pop up prompt. So this allows you to create your modals. It allows you to target how you want it to pop, and it allows you to set the schedule and the delay for the pop-up happening. We also keep a history of those modals. So if you needed to come back and maybe you broke the modal, you were doing something custom, you wanted to go back to an older version of it, just like we keep a history of your web pages, we're doing that with the modals as well. So you can revert back to an older version if for whatever reason you need to. Next, I'm going to toggle back over into that agent experience, and I'll give you a couple examples of how these things actually work for the consumer. So I've got the modal. I could turn it on or off by clicking that toggle button. And here's how this works in practice. A visitor comes to your website, and in this example, I'm on the home page for 3 seconds, and I got a pop-up. This is an example of a custom modal. So this agent might be saying, hey, I'm going to do every week, I'm going to go to the local coffee shop, and I want all my customers to know if they meet me for coffee at 8:30 on Monday, coffee and donuts are on me. So we've got a pop-up prompt that this is going to happen every time a user visits the website. If you want, you can make this a clickable call to action. You could make the image clickable. You could have a form here. This is all dynamic. You can do whatever you want with the custom modal, but you can make it as easy as uploading a graphic. And then the user just clicks the X button and they're done. If, for example, I then go to the results page. So now, again, we're in a demo environment, but let's say I'm looking at property results. After 3 seconds, I get a pop-up. This is our default out-of-the-box Safe Search sign-up. So a customer is looking at listings, and they can be anywhere between 0 to 30 seconds looking at properties. They get a pop-up prompt that says, hey, we can actually sign you up for instant listing alerts on your website. So I could fill in my contact information and say, hey, go ahead and get me my alerts. And I'm now registered for a safe search through the pop-up modal. And the same idea is true if I was looking, for example, at a market landing page, or you guys have a virtual market analysis web page. We have a pop-up that allows them to register for Market Watch reports, and you can also have the general question. So for example, if I want to go to the contact page, and I'm looking at the contact page for Harley, and then, oh, 3 seconds have passed. Here's our general have any questions pop-up modal. So this is a place for you to collect information. It's just an open form fill, and this will generate a lead opportunity for you as well. Anybody that interacts with these modals by signing up for a safe search, for a market watch, they ask a general question, that's going to can be considered a lead. So you're going to get a lead notification that somebody engaged with one of these pop-ups on your website. We obviously recommend not going too crazy with them, but I will note that you are allowed to have more than one pop-up modal on a web page. So if you might have a landing page for something that you're doing, again, let's use recruiting as an example. You might have an initial pop-up on that page that you set the delay for 3 seconds. I can make another modal and assign it to the same page and put a delay of 30 seconds. So you can say, hey, we had our first pop-up. If you're still on the web page looking at recruiting stuff 30 seconds later, maybe we have another more aggressive contact form, or different information that you want to display for somebody that's lingering on that web page. So you can do more than one pop-up modal on a web page at a time. Again, you can delete these if you're done with that. Hey, 4th of July is passed. You don't want to keep it on your web page. I could come in here, click the delete button. That's going to remove it from your modal list. If you think it's something that you're going to come back and reuse, you would simply toggle to turn it off. I do have the Q&A open, so feel free to enter any questions you have there. I will get to that at the end of this webinar, so I'll go through those. If you have any questions on modals, please go ahead and enter those into the Q&A, and I will review them as well. Next, we're going to move on to the third topic, and this one is really something that's just more feedback gathering. We've been playing with a new tool internally on something that we have started to see common on various individual agent websites. So we've built a tool. It's in an internal place right now. We're not ready to commit to releasing it, but we wanted to get feedback from the group of people that are on this webinar or watch the recording on if there's value in having a transparent background hero image functionality built into our theme gallery. So as I said, we're committed to making new agent website designs. And one of the things that we're trying to experiment with is dynamically shifting the themes based on if agents have a full body photo. So some of our designs, this is a great example. You can go to Wendy Benedetto or Google her name, go to her website if you want to see it in practice. This is kind of one of the first designs that what we're doing is not just building a theme that you have to use a full body transparent photo, as you see here, to be overlaid on the design, but rather make support for our themes that would say, if you have this, we can float and we can shift things and copy to the right to make room for the photo. If you don't have that hero photo entered, it would center this information. So the theme would adjust based on if that photo exists. So really the open question for the audience here, feel free to email me or put it in the Q&A. Is this something that you think is valuable for us to invest resources and time into building this support into all of our new themes moving forward, where they can be dynamic and we can shift that copy over and have support for these types of photography for the agents that have nice modern photos and headshots to display on their site. So again, just plug that into the Q&A or shoot me an email or a message. If this is something, again, you think Delta should take time off of other projects we're doing to finish polishing this concept. Well, of course, we could do it one-off, we could do it custom, but we wanted to know about building that support natively into the theme gallery is something our CEO, Mike, wanted me to prompt to the audience. And on that note, that's going to bring us to our agent and team website competition. So based off of all the new themes that we've added into the system and the designs that you'll see coming in the next few weeks to 2 to 4 weeks, we wanted to do a competition and do something that we haven't really done before, which is give a challenge to our company admins or any agents or teams that are on this webinar and say, if you take the time in the next 30 days to use any of the new designs that you find in the theme gallery and you polish up your website, you upload some great photography, you get some market landing pages created, and you then take the time to submit that website to us, send your site, or if you're an admin, you've helped a realtor build their website, send that to us at sales@deltagroup.com with the subject line website contest. Our team is going to be auditing all of the websites that are supported over the next 30 days. And on August 6th, when we do our next online webinar, we are going to be announcing the winners of that contest based off of the votes that myself and the marketing team at Delta declare the three winners. And the winners of those sites, the nicest looking sites that were submitted to us, we're going to give each of the winners AdWizard credits. So first place will get three free $36 ads for their listings. The second winner will get two AdWizard ads applied to their account, and the third place winner will get a free AdWizard ad. So we can drive some extra traffic and interest to the new websites that you guys have taken the time to polish up. So we'll be giving out free credits. And additionally, we'll be posting those websites on our social media channels for some free PR for your agents. And we're working on updating our own website at deltagroup.com. And any of the websites that you guys submit to us, we're going to be taking those websites and we're going to be creating a place to feature them on our updated website as well. So again, it's just a place to get some more visibility, some free PR, some good social content for your realtors, and the winners will get some free AdWizard credits to drive those new listing leads to them as well. In 2 weeks, we're going to be hosting our partner interview. So we're trying to keep a good cadence with these, where every 6 weeks we've got a live product webinar. And then every 6 weeks we have a Delta Media Group employee interview. And every 6 weeks we have a Delta Media Group partner interview. I've got a handful of partners that I've reached out to inquire about setting up that meeting. But if you're somebody on this call and you guys have an interesting topic, your company is doing something that you think would be good to share with thought leadership with the rest of the real estate industry, I'd love to get something on the books with you. So feel free to reach out to me. Happy to get an interview scheduled. Again, we want to be doing these every 6 weeks. So even if you don't get booked for the next interview, there's obviously plenty of opportunity for us to have that free PR, get your thought leadership out there, get you better content for your socials, etc. So we will be hosting one. And once we get it booked, you'll be getting an invite to that as well. And if you are somebody on this webinar that is not already working with Delta, please reach out to me directly. Again, sales@deltagroup.com. And we can get you up and running as quickly as 5 business days. And anybody that is already a Delta Media Group customer, if you are interested in doing a modernization of your website to any of our new website themes, if you want to sign up for our SEO, hyperlocal content, or all AdWizard ads, you get the website upgrade totally for free at no cost to you. So there's some different promotions that are available. I'm going to take some time. I see some content in the Q&A. So I'm going to go ahead and go through the FAQs. Give me just a moment to adjust my screen share. Okay. Most of the stuff in the Q&A was mostly just asking about saying yes, they like the hero image option, which is awesome. So thank you for those of you that are on the call. I got about a dozen people that said that, yep, you want to move forward with that. Again, if you have any questions on the pop-up modals, you have any questions on the website themes, if you're struggling to use the theme editor, you need help, we've got we have dedicated Deltanet Academy courses that'll walk you through how to use our theme gallery. And of course, our support team is always available to help you if you're trying to really customize one of your websites and you need help. But we really would love for you guys to get hands-on in the system, taking advantage of these new designs and getting them out there. So please reach out to support@deltagroup.com if you need help. Once you've got your websites looking great, please submit them to sales@deltagroup.com so we can get them entered into that contest. Thank you for everybody that took the time to join me today, and we will see you on the next webinar in 2 weeks.